This episode will be dedicated to the Utah based indie alternative artist known as Guinevere. And if you'd like to hear more, please stick around. This is All Gas, No Trash. My name's Adam, and welcome back to the program. And welcome to a brand new episode. I can't believe I'm making this episode at 3 in the morning, March 24th, 2026. It is I don't know. I guess I must have felt that this was pretty damn urgent because as soon as I heard Lisa from Guinevere, I thought, I gotta share this. I gotta do something about this. And the funny thing is, I've encountered Guinevere's music numerous times on Spotify. Well, rather, the songs themselves, I haven't actually heard them, but I've seen like the artwork and stuff, and somehow I just kept skipping over it and not listening to it. And I don't know why I just prolonged it, but here I am today making this episode half asleep. So let's go ahead and just get to the episode itself. This is probably going to be a fairly short intro or introduction to Guinevere herself, but I'll try to include fun little tidbits that I've found. But for now, we're just going to read the Spotify bio on her profile. Or excuse me, yeah, read her bio on her Spotify profile. And this is it verbatim, so here we go. Guinevere is an indie alternative singer-songwriter out of Utah who turns restless late-night thoughts into jangly, hook-heavy guitar songs inspired by the grit and melodic swagger of the Strokes and the confessional lyricism of modern bedroom pop. She fuses driving riffs with diary page honesty to capture the rush of being young, curious, and just a little reckless. With a debut EP on the horizon, Guinevere invites listeners into a world where nervous energy becomes sing-along catharsis, perfect for windows down drives and 3 a.m. revelations. Well, ain't that a fucking coincidence, as I have had a little bit of a revelation myself with listening to Guinevere at 3 in the morning, basically. I mean, what is it? Yeah, it's 3 in the morning as I'm making this episode. But one of the things that I found on her profile that was particularly interesting. So we had made an episode about Maz, who's another Utah-based artist, and I'm not sure how big the world is or how big the scene is in terms of music from Utah, but of the artists that I know, Maz is one of them, and Guinevere has played a show with her, so I thought that was relatively cool. And we also have the manager. There was, I think his name is Leroy Benross. That is the manager of Guinevere, who runs or founded Big Ass Kids. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but we'll look into that on another episode as more singles and music comes out. I'll probably give a more detailed story about the people around Guinevere when that debut EP comes out. Hopefully it's relatively soon. But it appears that this dude is part of the Recording Academy, which does the Grammy Awards, and he joined in the class of 2023. So those are just a bit. That's just a bit of information about Guinevere that I could find. So let's go ahead and get to the music because there is quite a few songs. Well, let's see. I think we're probably going to do like 2 or 3 songs that we're going to be listening to start off. Let's go ahead and go with the track that I had just heard not too long ago, but there's other ones that are real tasty jams. But we're going to listen to Lisa from Guinevere. So pull it up on your digital streaming platform of choice. I think we're going to be leaving the links for her profile, because if I just leave individual song links for every single song featured on this episode, it's just going to become a mess. So I'm just going to leave the profile of the artist on our episode description and also the video description for the YouTube version of this episode. So just be on the lookout for that. Also, we'll try to include music at the end with the end cards from Guinevere. So I know that was kind of lengthy, but I do want to be very deliberate about pointing out the fact that we do not actually play music on this program because we will be copyright stricken, and I don't want that to happen. So, anyways, we're going to be listening to Lisa from Guinevere. Pull it up on your digital streaming platform of choice, or refer to the end cards at the end of the episode if you want to listen to the music. So once again, that is Lisa from Guinevere, Going In. All right, welcome back. That was Guinevere with her track called Lisa. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. So a few things come to mind for me personally. That opening part with the bass riff, I don't know why, but it makes me think of like Future Islands with a really catchy bass riff with a song like Seasons, Waiting on You, which is probably one of the more popular tracks from Future Islands. But yeah, dude, that little piano riff, I mean, there was this band back in the 2000s, and I'm sure Guinevere probably listened to them at one point, because the tone of that piano reminds me of Matt and Kim with their song called Daylight, which was probably their signature song that you would probably know Matt and Kim for. But yeah, I love that. I love that Guinevere has this catchiness to her. The opening part of her song, kind of like a Future Island song, where you have this really cool melody playing on the synthesizer or even on the bass, and it just kind of hooks you in. And even in the chorus with that little chime, I don't know if it's like a cowbell being struck, like the top of a cowbell being struck, or perhaps it's two tin cups banging together or something. I don't know what the fuck it is, but damn, is it fucking catchy. And that voice, man, I mean, I don't know why, but the thing that's coming to mind for me is that it loosely reminds me of a voice like Lorde herself. So there's just a lot of like fun things that it makes me think of, and it's still wholly original. It's in the style of Guinevere herself. She just kind of put this all together, and it just sounds really nice. But there's also these other tracks that I want to listen to, and the next one we are going to check out is called Into, INTO. This one, I think, man, I'm going to talk about the other bands once we actually listen to the track. So once again, we're going to leave the links for her music profiles on different digital streaming platforms. So we'll be sure to leave those in the video and episode description. And hopefully we can have some of her music on the end cards if it is available for us to attach at the end of the episode. So if you have the means to do so, pull this song up on your digital streaming platform of choice. Once again, we're going to be listening to Into from Guinevere, Going In. All right, welcome back. That was Guinevere with her track called Into. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Man, I'm like fighting my eyelids to stay awake, and I'm actually just standing up to force myself to be awake. But not because I'm bored or anything. It's just because like I decided to make this episode at 3 a.m. But I'm actually feeling like I should have started the music listening portion of this episode with this song, because this one's actually, oh boy, I think it's a lot catchier than Lisa now that I listen to it, especially with that chorus, man, with that jangly guitar. I mean, sure, whatever was said in the description about the comparison to the Strokes, it's fucking there. And I would even go a step further and say that it reminds me of the first album of Vampire Weekend. But it, she's kind of got this like Santi Gold thing going on, and fuck, man, I love this music. And you know what else is cool? You know what else is fucking awesome? Is the single art on the songs that we've listened to, both Lisa and also Into. I don't know if you've been checking out the single art on your digital streaming platform of choice, but you could see like this collage art, and the Lisa is by far the better one, but Into also has like a really cool collage art style that, it just takes you back to the 2000s and stuff. And damn it, man, this project is fucking awesome, and I think we maybe have one more song. Let me just double check. I gotta see if there's one more song we're gonna listen to. Shit, I forgot to mention one thing before we actually get to the next song as I'm looking up the name of it. But there was this song from The Strokes that was on that EP called Future, Present, Past, and the song is called Threat of Joy. And that specific song, the jangliness of the guitar reminds me of Into. So I just had to quickly mention that, but let me look up the song real quickly. All right, I think we are going to do one additional song, and this is the latest single from Guinevere called Medication. So pull it up on your digital streaming platform of choice, and we'll have the links available for you in the description of the video for you to check out, and we'll also try to include it at the end of the episode for you to check out on YouTube if it's possible. But anyways, we're going to listen to Medication from Guinevere. Going in. All right, welcome back. That was Guinevere with her track called Medication. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. This to me is like a really fun track that, I mean, dude, there's so many things that I think Guinevere can play with, like contemporary artist. I think with like the first two singles, I could definitely see Guinevere playing with a band like Junior Varsity. I could equally see them playing with a band like the Linda Lindas with this track. And also, I don't even know if this project is still active, but Ty Segall's wife had a band called the CIA. Danae Siegel, I believe her name was. And she also had this song called Impersonator that has that same fuzzy guitar as this track, but I think the playfulness and the way the song is arranged is very much kind of like a Linda Linda's song. But as you can see, there's like a whole bevy of sounds that Guinevere brings to the table that I think stretches beyond her own description of indie alternative. I mean, I think she, I've already said it before, but I think she reminds me of a little bit of, I mean, she's not a synth pop artist, but the catchiness of a Future Islands song. She's got a little bit of that Santi Gold flavor in addition to a little bit of Matt and Kim. She's kind of got that whispery, soft voice like Lord. And you could, yes, the obvious comparison that she even used in her own description with the Strokes, but also like Vampire Weekend. She's got a nice little set. Excuse me. She's got a nice set of elements of, possible different inspirations or influences included in the three songs that we've heard. I don't know, man. I'm kind of excited for this band, and I hope you catch my fever, the Guinevere fever that I just made up right now. But yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to add, but hopefully you end up checking out these songs and adding them to your library on Spotify or Tidal or whatever it is. And, make sure you follow her on Instagram. Follow Guinevere on Instagram to stay up to date on all the info, especially that debut EP that we can hopefully anticipate in the immediate future, hopefully within 2026. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyways, I think that's going to be the end of the episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you caught Guinevere fever, and I'll see y'all next time.